Hey everyone, Jasper here from the Great back to a new Crash Bandicoot stream. And before we, right quick before, and there's a new Minecraft update. Yeah, there's a new Minecraft update, so what Minecraft update? But yeah, how's everyone doing today? We're going to be discussing about, yeah, this is the second stream today. This is the second stream today. But we are going to be discussing what could those two said Crush games in the works could be. Like, what could they be? But how are y'all's been today? How's everybody's day going? Mine's been good. I don't know. There you go. Just had to put in the thumbnail. I saved a thumbnail on my phone, so I had to put a thumbnail from there on. Perhaps I don't have the right body for it. Yeah. One of them I know would be Wumpa League, or the Crash multiplayer game. Right. We know one of them has to be that Wumpa League, rumored Crash Wumpa League, that we've pretty much heard about almost 2 years now. Almost about 2 years now, we've been hearing about it. So it has. That's definitely the biggest one. Like that's the biggest guess. People are saying Crash Bandicoot 5. Now, I just want to say Crash 5. I think it's too early for Crash 5. Personally, I do know that Crash 5 will happen, but it just seems a bit too early. You know, it just seems a bit too early for Crash 5. Crash 5 just seems a little too early. Because again, may I remind y'all, Crash 4 is almost 2 years old. Crash 4 is almost 2 years old. Do remind y'all. It's almost 2 years old. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Right? No, sorry. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. On the 1st of October. It will be basically 3 years, or 2 years. It will be 2 years since Crash 4 came out. So yeah, 2 years is not long ago. Maybe the next 3 or so years would be great for Crash 5. I mean, heck, I would be kind of surprised if they're already working on Crash 5. Right? But most likely it won't. The second game won't be Crash 5. I don't see it being Crash 5 again. In the next couple of years, the next years, yeah, Crash 5. But it just seems too early, right? It seems a bit too early to do Crash 5. You know? It just seems too early for Crash 5. Maybe that's just me. Maybe y'all think it's Crash 5. It could also be, honestly, it could also be a Nitro-Fueled 2, a Nitro-Fueled sequel, right? A CTR2, it could be. It could honestly be a sequel to Nitrofield because of how successful, which Cross 4 was very successful too. But again, Nitrofield, it's been 3 years, which, yeah, 3 years still isn't that long, but I feel like there's a possibility that it could be a Nitrofield 2, just because of how successful the first one was, right? How successful the first Nitrofield went. I'm sure that a sequel is in development. I am sure that a sequel is in development. Besides those two, Crash 5 and a Nitrofield sequel, I really can't think of what the other one could be, right? What that second, the other one could be. Wumpa League, or this new PvP Crash game, and who knows what the second one is. Look at us, just like the old days. Working together against those who put down and humiliate us by forcing us to pick out our own birthday card and sign them in. I can't say I've seen the appeal of all that jumping. Perhaps I don't have the right vibe for it. I definitely wanted to talk about it. I definitely wanted to talk about it in a stream, like this right here, a stream like this. I wanted to talk about it and discuss it with y'all. What I think it could be, and with the fact that the insider's account got blocked or deleted, meaning that he most certainly got it true. It was true, and Activision is trying to hide that, fact. We still don't know when we could see it, though. That's the big problem. We don't know when we could see it. Those two. If they're going to be revealed at the exact same time, I don't know. Right. Sometimes I think they're my only friends. And then I realize, no, that's right. I know a lot of people would hate me on this, but would it be cool if there was a Mind Over Mutant sequel? Or a sequel to Mind Over Mutant? And I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, dear Lord, not the Titans, or not the mutants. Because I know a lot of people are mixed. People are mixed between the Titans and Mind Over Mutant. Especially when it comes to the Titans, especially. Personally, I don't see what the big deal could be. I mean, I do feel like Mind Over Mutant would be a good one to get a sequel, right? Just because we know Cross 5 ain't gonna happen for another 3 or so years. At least 3 or 4 or so years for Cross 5, at least. But I think it would be cool to have the Titans come back in some way in the game, right? Bring back the Titans aspect. And again, I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying that. But again, I personally like the Titans and Mind Over Mutant. I like Mind Over Mutant and Titans. If I had to compare the two, or if I had to say which one was my most favorite, it would be Mind Over Mutant. Mind Over Mutant would definitely win between those two. I find the sequel to Titans to be a lot better than Titans itself. I mean, I still like Titans, Crash of the Titans, but I like its sequel. I like the sequel, Mind Over Mutant, a whole lot better. Maybe that's just me, but especially with Brio, especially Brio, and Mind Over Mutant, and how he said he invented, how rambling on of how he invented everything. Like the whole read your Bible, I wrote it. And how he invented slinkies and recycling. Again, without a doubt, Brio is the best part of Mind Over Mutant, for sure. Right? He is the best character in Mind Over Mutant, without a doubt. Oh, there's Minecraft. It updated. Which of what I've seen, what I've heard, this Minecraft update introduces the way where we're going to be voting for the mob. Where we're going to be voting for the mob. You know, for Minecraft Live. Which is coming. It's coming. And the new SpongeBob episodes got a release date. Squid Fraud 2 and the other one that it was with. It has a release date of that Friday, the day before Minecraft Live. And the same day that Kart Racers 3 releases. So yeah, the 2 new SpongeBob episodes are coming out the exact same day as Kart Racers 3. Which I really want to get it, but I'm broke. So but I really want to get it. Sometimes I think they're my only friend. And then I realize, oh, that's right. I definitely want to get Kart Racers 3 when it comes out. And I'm so happy we got a release time, or some sort of a release target for the Cosmic Sake for next year. Because I did expect the Cosmic Sake to be coming out next year. Right, I did expect the Cosmic Sake to be in 2023. Right. I did expect it to be 2023 because they probably would have definitely revealed the release date sooner or later if it was 2022. If it was coming this year, then it would have been later on, or probably last year. The release date probably would have been last year with the reveal, if it were to come out this year. But I'm actually happy that it's coming out next year. Right, I'm good with it coming out next year. They get another whole time to work on it. Which, who knows? That January release date could be true, right? That January release date could be true. We never know. It could be true. Since the game is coming out in 2023 now from the Nintendo Direct, I feel like we could, or that release date of January of 2023 would be true. I have a feeling. I have a big feeling that it could be true. Oh, I didn't even do this. And are those my overalls? Mother made me those. Mother made me those.
I put extra grapes in this one. It appears my old shorts fit the sunlight
Splendidly. Are those my overalls? Mother made me those. Again, I just love that line. That are those my overalls? My mother made me those. I love that.
I miss those shorts. So breezy. Poodles of room at the end. You made that look easy, boy.
Oh, that was the wrong one. Sorry. Sorry. That's the wrong one. That's in Coco's flashback tape. Duh. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got confused. I'm sorry. Hello, test 1, 2, 3, test. Hello, feeble subject. It is I, Dr. Nitrous Brio.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Hello, evil subject. It is I, Dr. Lectric Brio, your future master.
Yeah. Right? How could you not love Brio? Insubordination feels so dangerous. But we must be careful, my friend. Oh, that's... Yes, you'll make a worthy ally. Oh, that's... You will make a worthy ally. And Brio?
Are you running my experiment?
Get out of here!
Nothing of our plan.
Say nothing of our plan. Reward. Hint. Before. Oh. That's great.
If you enjoy your reward, we will make an even better team. Yes.
Mm. It's always scary right there. Mm. I don't know how I survived that. I'm surprised nobody else has joined yet. I'm the only one in the chat. Reward is just ahead. go. My man. Yeah.
Oh, good! You've arrived! And now for your reward! Just stay put while I test this. Hold still! For science! Not for faith! Just need to know if this is legal.
Why? I do not just puppets. Fiddlesticks. Yeah, if only Abby would understand, or would actually say, but which most likely she won't. And most likely I would never find a girl like her again. Like, for sure. I just say, I guess it's just, love is just not something I'm good at. Or something that's probably just not meant for me for some reason. You know? Maybe there's a reason why all these are breaking up with me. It's because I suck at it. You never know. Could be the case.
And now, for my final test, taste my reptilian wrath.
Let's get out of here.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's my gem right here. Right, this is definitely my jam right here. I just love Off Bait. I know I say it a lot, for sure. I know I say it a lot. But I always can't help it. It's one of the best levels of Crash 4 and of the trilogy. Yes, I'm even putting it up there of best of the trilogy, the first 4 games. Crash 1, 2, 3, and It's About Time. This is something I always wonder. Whenever they're making a Crash game, like let's just say Crash 4 for example, I wonder if when it comes to the crates, I wonder if they do the levels, which obviously they finish the whole level, right? They do the level and then they figure out the crate placements. I wonder if that's the case. Or do they decide of the crate placements before they color everything, or basically design everything before or of hand? Do you know what I mean? That's what I wonder. Definitely something I wonder. Something I wonder. What would y'all say? And and the reason why I said that is because when I'm doing my crash levels and dreams, I always wonder. That's another thing. I always wonder with that. And here's a good question as well, for the cosmic sake. What console version or what version of the game are y'all going to be getting it first when it releases? Personally, I'm going to get it on the PlayStation first of all. Normally when I get new games, it's PlayStation first. I always get it on the PlayStation. And then later on I get it on Switch. Yeah, later on I get it on the Switch. Or when the game comes out on the Switch, I would get it. Like Crash 4. first the first time it came out, I got on my PlayStation. And then when it came to Switch, I got on my Switch. I still want to do that with KO the Kangaroo. I still want to do that with KO the Kangaroo. Just haven't gotten to that yet. Because KO the Kangaroo is definitely a game I want to get on my Switch.
Let's see this one goes. Oh.
There we go.
Diary. I seem to be developing a connection with the subject.
Waterley. Wait, did I hit the wrong button? Did I hit the wrong button?
Subject was to ignore my last message.
It's funny how I can do those just well. But like I could just do those no problem at the end section. A sounding success. Oh yeah, did y'all see I I think it's recent, but Cindy. Cindy is also coming to Kart Racers 3. Jimmy Neutron and Cindy were both officially revealed coming to the Kart Racers 3. Was we knew about Jimmy Neutron from the screenshots of the game that were leaked before the trailer came out, but now Cindy from Jimmy Neutron is also coming as a racer. We also got confirmation of her coming as a racer. Because I think it's really cool how we're getting another Jimmy Neutron character. Wow. At least I got a checkpoint there.
I'll surprise Embryo with a nice dinner. Embryo, prepare yourself a surprise dinner. Incredible.
Finger dial. Like, y'all just gotta love it, right? Of how, with Dingodile swearing. Definitely was parts of Crash 4.
Well, man, what have we got here? Why did that file still up a backfield for somebody still here now? Come on down, that big outside. Food service is better, you know?
Of course, Tana. I'm doing good, my friend. How are you doing today? It feels like it's been a while when it comes to seeing you in the streams. Because that's totally fine. That's totally fine. But again, it feels like it's been a while.
What am I, bandicoot?
Oh yeah, my dad got mine and my brother's car fixed today. That we're going to be practicing driving in, or we're going to be using to drive. Basically, the oh.
They'll get every last one of you.
But basically, there was something wrong with the car. I can't remember what he said that was wrong with it, but he got it fixed today. He did get it fixed, so that's really good because I think the heater wasn't working. Yeah, I think he said that the heater wasn't working in the car. So that's not good. So I'm glad that, because we do not want to be hot while in the car and not having any air blowing. But again, like I mentioned, if there are people that tuned in just now, I do feel like Crash 5 is too early. I was talking about how Wumpa League is definitely going to be, or is definitely one of the two games that is in development that we've heard of from that lake, or from that lake insider. But yeah, Crash 5 just seems too early. I mean, think about it. Crash 4 came out almost two years ago. Almost 2 years ago. 2 years wasn't that long ago. I mean, heck, Sunday, it's been 3 years since my mom has been gone. And it doesn't feel like 3 years. It's been 3 years since my mom passed away, and it doesn't even feel like it's been 3 years. You're playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart? That's really good. I would like to get Rift Apart one day. When I eventually do get a PlayStation 5. Like, I'm telling you, I will get a PlayStation 5 one day. But not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Because I've only had my PlayStation for 3 years. Well, on my birthday, it's going to be 3 years. Once it's my birthday, it'll be 3 years since I had my PlayStation 4. So I'm waiting for a little while. And there's really no games that I would want besides Ratchet and Clank for PlayStation 5, or that is next gen. Like, there's no Crash or Spyro or any of those games on PlayStation 5 that makes me would want to get a PlayStation 5 and quick. So I'm good with it. Oh, I was too busy on my Twitter. Oh, that's understanding, or that's understandable. Again, it's definitely fine. It just feels like it just feels like quite a while if you think about it. Yeah, praying is really good. Praying is really good. You have no excuse to be praying. There's no excuse on that. I need to be doing that every morning when I wake up. I need to do that when I wake up. I always don't think about doing it in the mornings because when trying to wake up. I do have a devotion that I did do for school, or I read, I wrote down the scripture from my Bible today. So I guess I did do that. Yeah, I didn't. Well, we did pray before we started school, which we do pray before we start school.
How do you like them waffles?
But when I wake up, the first thing I do, which again, that's mainly one of the biggest things you need to do every morning that I just don't do for some reason. It's just I always don't do it for some reason. Mainly because I don't think about it. I mean, it's like you don't have to pray instantly when you wake up. Like, no. It's good if you do it when you first wake up, you know, the start of a new day. It's great for you to do it the start of a new day, but, you know, right, you know, you can do it in the afternoon or sometime later in the day, right? It does not exactly have to be always when you first thing in the morning. I mean, it's always a good thing to try to do it the first thing you would do, but if you forget, that's okay, or at least in the morning time, because you still have the whole rest of the day, right? You would still have the whole rest of the day to do it. Yeah, I knew that Ratchet and Clank and Rift Apart was a sequel to Ratchet and Clank to the Nexus. I just never played it. I have heard good things about it, and I have watched cutscenes on YouTube. I did watch the cutscenes on YouTube.
Feeling I'm not the party no more.
Which is still ridiculous that I had to basically delete my my Ratchet and Clank walkthrough. Yeah, that's stupid that I had to delete my Ratchet and Clank walkthrough because one of the parts got blocked. So I had to also do all the others. Like that's just wow. I wouldn't have even expected something like that to happen though.
This felt good enough, Pete.
It's just ridiculous that something like that happened. You know? And I do know a lot of y'all hated to hear about that, which I hated to first say it, right? I hated to break it to y'all when it first happened. I didn't want to have to get it out on that post when it first happened, but of course I would have to tell y'all, right? I would have, of course, had to tell y'all if because y'all would have been curious of what's been keeping my walkthrough of Ratchet and Clank so long. But yeah, sadly, it's just gone now. And I think and it's sad too, because I think I was close to the end of the game on my Ratchet and Clank walkthrough. I think I was close to the end of the game. Which, that's also a big thing that sucks. Really? I have heard that Sly Cooper is coming to the PlayStation or PlayStation Plus. I have heard it's coming to PlayStation Plus, or if it hasn't yet, or it is, or if it has. If it's free, that would be great to get, because that would be really. I bet a lot of y'all would like to see a walkthrough on that. But that's really getting a Funko Pop of it.
Feeling I'm not the party now.
I know people tend to leave the Funko Pops in the box when they get Funko Pops. Like, if you see Canadian Guy A in the background when he's on Facecam, you see a lot of Funko Pops in the background. And my sister does the same too. She has a wall filled with Funko Pops that she never opens. She never opened any of the Funko Pops that she got. Because, you know, if you keep the Funko Pops without opening them, then one day, you know, there would be priced for a lot of money, which a lot of people do. It's crazy to think about, but yeah, if you just keep them not open, just keep them closed, then one day they'll be worth a lot of money. It's kind of cool if you think about it, right? It's cool if you think about it, but I tend to always open my Funko Pops. I always tend to just open mine. And have them on display outside of the box that it came in. Which, guess what? Since of what my mom has told me about, of how I'm gonna have to get to be voting soon, getting to vote, and how I'm old enough pretty much to vote for the next president. Yeah, I'm able to vote for the president in 2024. Which, yeah, she said the next president vote is going to be in 2024. But yeah, that's crazy to think that I'm going to be able to get to vote for the next president. It's really crazy how I'm able to vote for the president. Or, you know, not just the president votes, but any of the other votes too. Because you have to be at least 18 or older to get to vote, and I'm 18. Well, I'll be 19 in almost 2 months, because we're almost in October. Almost 2 months. We're almost in October, so it's going to be 2 months once we're in October until I'm 19, because my birthday's in December. So yeah, I'm almost 19. I'm almost 19 years old. Just give it a couple more months. Just about 2 more months. Almost. It's still 3 months. It is still 3 months because we're in September still. but we're almost in October. So my birthday is slowly getting here, which is crazy. Which, here, let me see how many days until December 9th. Hey Siri, how many days is it till December 9th? Hey Siri, how many days until December 9th? 90? It says 90 days. It says 90 days until my birthday. I don't know. I don't know if it's really 90 days till December 9th. You know, Siri does tend to be wrong. It might be 90 days. Oh, it's copyrighted when the Ratchet and Clank 2016 shows cinematic cutscenes of the Ratchet and Clank, the movie 2016, before it released in theaters. Yeah. Which it does suck that that was the reason, right? It does suck that it was the reason for it being like that, making it have those copyright claims. It does suck. Are you kidding me? I just want to get the perfect relic. For real. Like, wow. I'm not even going to dress up for Halloween this year. I'm not dressing up for Halloween this year, which I didn't last year. I didn't dress up last year because I'm at the point where I don't really care of dressing up. And I don't even mind not getting candy for Halloween. Yeah, I don't even like I don't care if I don't get candy for Halloween or trick or treating or anything. Yeah, I'm getting to a point where I'm like that. I'm like that, where I'm getting to the point where I don't even mind not going trick or treating or getting Halloween candy. And Halloween is coming up, right? Halloween is just we're in the month, almost the months of it. The month of Jack Skellington, pretty much, because he's like the mascot, or he's pretty much the face of Halloween. Because you know, you got the Tooth Fairy, you got Santa Claus, you got the Easter Bunny, you got Cupid, right? You got Saint Patrick or the Leprechauns. So Jack Skellington is pretty much the Pumpkin King, the King of Nightmares. So yeah, almost the months of Jack Skellington and Sir Daniel as well. Both skeleton or both dead skeletons, Jack and Sir Dan. Which who knows what Jack Skellington was like before he died, while he was human. That's a big question. I wonder exactly what Jack was like when or before he died, right? What was Jack Skellington before he turned into, well, Jack Skellington when he was human? That'd be pretty interesting if we actually saw something that had a origin or telling the story of what Jack Skellington was like when he was human. Like, was he always about Halloween and frightening people before he became Jack Skellington? Or was he something else while he was human? Because we knew what Sir Dan was. Sir Dan was a knight. He was worthy knights before he died in battle. So certainly certainly Jack Skellington has a origin of what he was before he became the Pumpkin King. Which I never watched I never watched Nightmare Before Christmas. Don't tell anybody that. I might be hated for me saying that. I might be hated by saying how I never watched Nightmare Before Christmas. I really have not watched, ever. I never watched A Nightmare Before Christmas. I just never have yet. It's not like I don't want to watch it. I just never watched it. I don't own it, and I don't normally see it when it comes on. So that's how I never watched The Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, I'm not saying I don't want to watch it. It's just, it never comes on around that time it normally comes on TV, or I don't own it, right? I don't own the movie, so. But my sister's husband was also is Josh, or Joshua, which his name is Josh, but we both go by Joshua. Yeah, there's two Joshuas in my family. There's two Joshuas in my family. It's pretty confusing. Whenever people say Josh, I don't know if they're referring to me or my sister's husband, or it's very confusing because I would be like, wait, did you want me or did you call me? Because again, I get called by Josh and Joshua. I get called by Josh and Joshua most of the time. So it can be quite confusing for both of us. And I had an old friend from homeschool meeting named Josh. Yeah, I had a friend from homeschool meeting named Josh as well. So there was two Joshes in my old homeschool meeting. I mean, hey, Joshua in the Bible, right? Joshua in the Bible. Which a lot of people would probably be very confused when there's like somebody in your family or somebody you're friends with that has the exact same name or is called the exact same name as you. I know it can be confusing. Hi there. Oh, I thought it would be on Disney Plus. I wasn't sure if it was on Disney Plus. I know I'm stupid. I know I'm stupid for not thinking it's on Disney Plus. Everything's on Disney Plus, right? Everything's on Disney Plus, or it seems like it. Every Disney movie, everything Disney you can think of is pretty much on Disney Plus. So why wouldn't I have not thought of Disney Plus? Right? Why wouldn't I have not thought of that? But yeah, I never seen it. I have never seen Nightmare Before Christmas. And that's a mass-up pack in Minecraft. That is a skin pack / mass-up pack in Minecraft. You can play as Jack Skellington and all the characters from Nightmare Before Christmas on Minecraft. And yeah, I have not seen it. And same goes to the Pirates of the Caribbean. I never seen all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. There's only some characters I know, which is, again, I know from Kingdom Hearts, like Barbossa, Will, which I'm not sure if Will or Elizabeth is actually on the movies, but them, Davy Jones, right? Davy Jones. Which, here's something about Johnny Depp I've heard. I heard something saying that Johnny Depp isn't going to be in the next Pirates of the Caribbean movie, but is going to be on something else that Disney is working on. I don't know if it's true, though, but, I mean, come on, right? Come on. You can't have Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow. You can't have Jack Sparrow without Johnny Depp, right? You really cannot have Johnny Depp without Jack Sparrow. Like, without those two together, it just won't work. Jack Sparrow is not Jack Sparrow without Johnny Depp, right? Jack Sparrow is not Johnny Depp, or Jack Sparrow is not Jack Sparrow without Johnny Depp. And that's for sure. That is for sure. Johnny Depp will always remain as the only Jack Sparrow. Will always remain as the only Jack Sparrow. Nobody else could never replace Johnny Depp. Which I know Johnny Depp is back at Disney, though. Which, that is great that he is back at Disney. But still, you can't have a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without Johnny Depp. Like, that just would not work. I'm sorry, that just would not work without your main star that voices the most famous character, the main face of Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. Like, it just would not sit well, right? Just wouldn't. It's like having Forrest Gump or Castaway without Tom Hanks. It just would not work. Forrest Gump and Castaway work because they have Tom Hanks. They have Woody. And the Santa Claus has Tim Allen. And the new Santa Claus series coming out in November has Tim Allen. Buzz Lightyear. So those movies work so well because of those memorable actors. And they just, again, would not go great if Johnny Depp was not Jack Sparrow. Right? It just certainly would not do. It just would not do. A Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, heck, my sister, she loves Johnny Depp. She loves the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She owns all the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. When she used to live here, she used to have a poster of the Jack Sparrow hanging on the wall. So yeah, she has all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She loves the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, Josh 1 and Josh 2. And I know a YouTuber called Regular Josh 1. I watch a YouTuber called Regular Josh 1 that also has Josh in the name. Like, my name is very popular. My name is very popular. It's like Joshua or Josh is a very popular name. But yeah, I know a YouTuber that has Josh in the name, or his name is Josh. which we do, which we do also make it so we won't get confused by saying our last names. We say Josh and then the last name, so we won't get confused and we would know which one they're talking to, which makes it better. It does make it better and less confusing. It does make it really less confusing. And it makes it better too, saying our last name to let us know which one they're talking to. Who knows? Who knows what? I just missed that crate. Who knows what my name could have been if I was a girl? Which, if y'all didn't know, I was originally going to be a girl before I was born. The doctors said that I was going to be a girl originally, and my parents got all the girl stuff when I was born, and then sometime before I was born, they figured out that I was actually a boy. So yeah, I was originally going to be a girl at first before I was born. But right at the last minute, I was a boy. Which that's a piece of origin that I can tell y'all. Like it's really crazy how I was originally a girl or going to be a girl. And not long before I was born, I'm a boy. And my older brother at the time, the only boy in my family, when it comes to my parents' kids, he was so happy when he figured out that I was a boy. So he can have a brother. My older brother was so happy that he was able to have a brother because I have a lot of sisters. We had a lot of sisters. So he was very happy to find out that I was a boy. So he would finally be able to have a brother. Because I am probably sure I have told that story before, though. Yeah, I hope he doesn't. Hopefully, hopefully he'll be able to do its lines beforehand. Which how old is he exactly? Which I know there are some actors that thankfully do get their lines recorded before they do pass away. Like look at Merriman's voice actor. Before he died, he managed to get some voice lines recorded before he passed away. Even before the episodes aired, basically before those episodes that he starred in aired, he managed to get his lines recorded before then. And I think Barnacle Boy as well. I'm not sure. But I know Mermaid Man. But yeah, there are actors that do manage to get their lines recorded before they died. Like, look at Master Udon in Karate Island episode. The guy who voiced the guy in Karate Kid. He managed to do his lines for the SpongeBob episode before he died. And on a certain, I think it's the DVD, one DVD version of the episode, you actually say an in memory of the actor that did the teacher Karate Kid and who did Master Udon at the end of the episode. Like a tribute to him, like an in memory. So yeah, he did manage to get his lines done before he did die. And he also plays the Emperor in Kingdom Hearts and Mulan. Yeah, he does play the Emperor in Mulan, which I'm not sure about the movie because, again, don't hate me on this, but I never watched Mulan. That's the only princess movie I never watched. I'm sorry. That's the only princess movie. That's the only Disney princess movie I never watched. Or, well, my second one. My second one is Pocahontas. That's two Disney princess movies I'd never watched. Pocahontas and, I'm sorry. Those are the only two Disney princess movies. I've seen all the other ones. Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, Little Mermaid. Again, I can name all the other Disney princess movies besides Mulan and Pocahontas that I have never seen. Those are the only two Disney princess movies I'd never seen. I've seen all the other Disney princess movies except those two. Those two, or besides those two, I've seen every princess Disney movie. Rapunzel, Brave, which Brave was an interesting movie in general. It was okay. It was an okay movie. I mean, there was a scene that I am so surprised Disney got away with in Brave, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not going to say it because heck, there may be children watching. But if you watch Brave, you would probably understand or know what scene I'm talking about. That you would probably question of how Disney got away with such a dirty thing like what they did in Brave. But besides that, Brave was an okay movie. I mean, not the best movie, not the best Disney princess movie. Cinderella was okay. The stepmother and Cinderella's sisters are idiots. But hey, man, I just do not like main spirit characters most of the time. Most of the time, again, I'm weird like that. That's why I don't like Turning Red. Turning Red, I don't like, not just because of the twerking, having twerking in it, but also because of the whole mom being oblivious. And heck, I just love the dad character more. I love the dad character more. That's the only part of May's family. I don't like the grandmothers, whatever, and I don't like the mother character. The only other character I love in her family is her dad, which he gets less screen time. He gets the less amount of screen time, and he's actually tolerable. Which May's mom, whenever she was on screen, I was just furious. And that's one thing I can just agree with Mr. Enter. He also said with May's mom, he was angry. Mr. Enter was angry when she was on screen. Hey, me and him had something related to that. Mr. Enter and me had something that we both agree on. That May's mom just made us furious. Being overprotective and oblivious. '93. Dang, I didn't even think he was 93. I was expecting probably 70 or something, or 60. What am I doing here? Like, I'm telling you, some days I can breeze through these levels very good, but most of the time it's just my brain is just everywhere. My mind is just everywhere. That just does not want to do right for some reason. But yeah, I was not expecting it. Yeah, like I said, Brave is it was definitely a good movie. Not one of the greatest Pixar or Disney princess movies, which, to be fair, I'm not sure what I would consider my favorite Disney princess movie. I really like Rapunzel. She's one of my favorites. Maybe Rapunzel or Tangled. Maybe Tangled. Tangled, Beauty and the Beast, or Little Mermaid. In the top three, at least, I would have to say. If it would be in the top three, it would be those three. Maybe Tangled. Again, I like all the Disney princess movies, besides Pocahontas and Mulan, which I never seen. Yet, again, I never seen. Besides those two, I like the Disney princess movies I've watched. But again, I would probably have to say Rapunzel because with her long hair, and just the movie in general. So I think Rapunzel is my favorite Disney princess movie. I mean, that's just my saying. I would like to know what y'all's favorite movie or Disney princess movie is. But yeah, I would probably just say Tangled. Yeah. I mean, I am feeling like I am nitpicky about this, but it's hard to say. It is hard to say exactly without just saying one. But yeah, I would probably just have to go with Tangled as my favorite Disney princess. And I love her and Flynn Rider too. I like her and Flynn Rider as well. And Maximus. Again, a lot of pretty much anything Disney is on Disney Plus, right? Everything Disney is on Disney Plus. Which I do need to watch Mulan and Pocahontas. I do need to watch those. I'm not sure if I've seen Bambi. I'm not sure if I've seen Bambi. I may have not seen Bambi. Maybe bits and pieces of Bambi. Dumbo, I'm pretty sure I've seen Dumbo. I don't think I've ever seen the remake of Dumbo, but again, not too sure. if I have, it's probably bits and pieces of the movie, or just haven't seen them in a long time. But I feel like I have seen, if not the whole movie, then some of it. Can't recall. It's hard to say. I would say, I kind of would say I've probably seen bits and pieces of it. But at the same time, I don't know what to say. Right? I don't know what to say. If I've seen Bambi, I mean, I'm trying to say from memory. I'm trying to say it from memory. Trying to remember. I just can't recall. I just cannot recall if I've seen all of Bambi or Dumbo. I love Bug's Life. Honestly, I love Bug's Life. It's one of the great movies. Toy Story is my all-time favorite Pixar movie. Like, my favorite Pixar movie of all time. If you would have to say what is my favorite of all time Pixar movie, it would be Toy Story. I love the Incredibles, really the first one. The second one is not what I expected it to be, which my dad says the same. My dad says the same. He was waiting ever since he first saw the first movie when it came out for a sequel, and it just wasn't what he expected of a sequel. When the sequel finally came out, he just wasn't really pleased with it. I mean, they again, they didn't do terrible. It's just they probably could have done better with Incredibles 2. Honestly, I mean, I'm not hating. I'm not the one of. I'm not the one on hating or anything on the Incredibles or Incredibles 2. It's just I feel like Incredibles 2 could have been better. Especially since it has a lot of adult jokes and pretty much referencing drugs and stuff, which I'm actually surprised that it actually referenced stuff like that or put stuff like that. I'm surprised with that. Screenslaver is pretty much a not great villain. I don't know why. It's just I guess the only things I can say I like about The Incredibles 2 is Elastic Girl and Jack Jack. Jack Jack's powers. Like Jack Jack's powers, I really love. I love Jack Jack's powers. Especially when Bob and them first figure or find out about Jack Jack's powers. It is just so hilarious. When they find out that he's got powers. And I kind of find it harsh with Violet and her boyfriend not remembering her, you know, having him basically have like what happened in the movie. You know, I kind of find that to be not really great. And to see Violet go through this just really wasn't great to see. I mean, yeah, trust me, I've been there 4 times. Trust me, I've been there 4 times, Violet, but again, it just really wasn't all that great to see. Maybe that's just my saying, because again, I'm picky. I'm picky with stuff. I am nitpicky.
What time is it? Oh, goodness. I ought to know. Gosh, Coco, come on, give her a couple now. I can't say.
I'm really picky. Not just with food, but a lot of stuff. I'm nitpicky about a lot of stuff.
Some very unexpected developments in your future.
Like I said, I think Crash Bandicoot 5 will have to wait. First of all, I can agree. Yeah, first of all, I can agree. Crash 5 can wait. Because it's been 2 years since Crash 4 came out. 2 years wasn't that long ago. And pretty much, I just feel like Crash 5 really wouldn't be the second game of that leak, or from that insider. Wumpa League is, of course, going to be one of those. But the second game, I'm not too sure. I'm actually not too sure what that second game that he mentioned before his account got taken down. I did mention a Nitro Field too. I did mention. Because Crash Wumpa League needs to be announced and Spyro 4 needs to be worked in development. If Beanox are the ones in development of Spyro 4, who knows exactly if they have been in development of Spyro 4. Yeah, if they have or haven't started development, which I am sure they probably started development of Spyro 4 at least a couple years from now. Probably since the Reignited trilogy came out, I expect Spyro 4 has been in development at least since 2019 or early 2019. I feel like Spyro 4 has been in development. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like it's been since then. Again, that's maybe just me. Because Crash just had enough getting more games. Because Spyro deserves to get a new game. Because I'm sick and tired of people keep thinking that Spyro is dead, which is not freaking true. Yeah, that's the big thing. People are saying that he's dead. People are saying that Spyro's dead. Like, why? Yes, I understand. Spyro has not had a game since 2018. I get that. I understand people's concerns about that. But saying that he's dead, that the Reignited trilogy, Spyro's Return, was the only time, the only Spyro game we would get, his one and only return outside Nitro Field and Crash on the Run as cameos or as guest characters. But Spyro's own game, people jumping to the conclusion saying that he's dead, like, that's just a bit too much. Like, I do get tired of people saying that too. Like, people, like, Spyro is not dead. I know for sure. Because, you know why? If Spyro was dead, we would have heard by now. Activision would have came out and told us. Heck, Toys for Bob, Baynox, any of them would have come out and told us that the official Spyro Twitter would have came out and told us if it was true. But no, none of that has happened. So Spyro is not dead. Yes, Enter the Dragonfly may have damaged some of the chances of a true Spyro 4. I do get that. Which I did make some questions about that. But it doesn't mean that Spyro's chances of a new game is dead. No. And yeah, I can't understand Crash constantly getting new games and Spyro just being set to the side. I know I understand it's frustrating to people. I see that being frustrating to people. I mean, it's really great that we're getting all these new Crest games, but people, including ourselves, are just wondering when the Purple Dragon, Spyro, is going to be getting his new game. Right? That's pretty much what we're all saying. Right? There are people that are like that. There are people that are just like that, that just always think that and continue thinking that. They just continue to think that. Which I believe Spyro is not dead. I know Spyro is not dead. Here and through. I know Spyro is not dead. Activision has not forgotten about Spyro. That is true. Activision, no matter the problems that Activision is going through, they have not forgotten about Spyro. Toys for Bob, Baynox, they have not forgotten about Spyro. Right? They have not forgotten about our Purple Dragon. They would never forget about Spyro. They would never put Spyro to the side and just, right? They just never would, they would never throw Spyro to the side, like just kick him out in the curve. Like that would be really, really ridiculous if Activision just, for some reason, just says, okay, Spyro, here's your curve, then just kicks him out. Like, they would never do that. Like, they just would not kick him out on the curve and stranded in the middle of nowhere. I believe Spyro will return better than ever. I have a great feeling that Spyro is going to return bigger and better with his new game. When we eventually get a true Spyro 4, I know it's going to be a big, epic return for Spyro. And a long-awaited return. We are going to be very impressed and very shocked of how good Spyro's grand return since 2018 in the Reignited trilogy. I just know we're going to be so happy and just so shocked of how great Spyro's return since the Reignited trilogy is. And who knows? Spyro's return may be bigger and better than his return in general with the Reignited trilogy. You know, it may be bigger and better than the Reignited trilogy. You never know. I mean, there's probably going to be a good chance that it ain't going to be as big of a shocking excitement like the Reignited trilogy of Spyro's return, but still, there are going to be some people screaming their lungs in excitement of Spyro's return. We just yet to see the light, or Spyro has yet to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And we are on the other side. Us fans are on the other side, patiently waiting for him to come out at the end of the tunnel, of that long, long tunnel, begging and waiting patiently to get to the end of the tunnel, to come back into the light with all of us. There will be a light, right? There will be a light for Spyro. The light is out there, not just a light from Sparks. No, not just a light from Sparks, but the light from the end of the tunnel. There is a light at the end of the tunnel for Spyro's waiting for his turn of a new game. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. We just yet to see Spyro make it to the end of the tunnel. Just yet to see him coming out and us welcoming him back home. Once he gets out of that tunnel, and us cheering and celebrating of Spyro welcoming him home, welcoming back to the family out of a long, deserted journey since after the Reignite trilogy, of him just being put to the side. At least what he would probably feel like. Seeing his brother get all the games while he's just put in the side, right? Just put on the side. That sounds good. But I know there's a light. Who knows how bright the light? Who knows how bright that light is at the end of the tunnel once Spyro reaches it? He is certainly getting there. And who knows? Or it makes me wonder about that Toys for Bob Lake as well. Going back to that Toys for Bob Lake and to this Insiders Lake, saying 2 crash games in the works. I wonder if that's those, or that number 18, right, on the wall is honestly one of the new crash games or Spyro. A lot of people have been saying it could be Spyro, right? That could be on the wall. But also it could be the Wumpa League. But no matter what, we would be here for waiting for her to come back home. And Crash as well. Crash as well will be waiting patiently for his brother to return. Like the prodigal son. Yeah, the prodigal son. Just like with the prodigal son, we will be waiting for Spyro to come back home, just like the prodigal son's dad cheered for him, or came and crying in joy once the son came back home. That's what we are going to be doing with Spyro. We're going to be running with our hands around him, welcoming him home like the prodigal son. That's exactly a good example. That's the example I could give. The prodigal son. One of my personal favorite stories, Bible stories, along with Daniel and Jonah. But yeah, just like with the prodigal son, I can just see us doing the exact same thing that the father did once his son came back home. I know it seems like a weird example. It does seem like a weird example comparing the or making it a comparison to the prodigal son. I gotta clean my glasses because I can't see out of these things because stuff is on them. That's one thing I don't like about wearing glasses. Having to always have to clean them. Always have to clean them. But I would rather wear sunglasses than contacts. Heck, I would never wear contacts. I hope in all my life I would never have to wear contacts. I hope in my life, my whole life, I will never have to wear contacts. Because I hate having things getting near my eyes. I hate having things getting near my eyes. And I would never want to try to have contacts. So I would prefer glasses in my whole life than contacts. I don't care how many times I would have to clean out or clean my glasses. I would rather much do that than wearing contacts. I don't see how people can stand contacts, right? I don't see how people can stand contacts. Just the thought of wearing contacts just hurts. Having those in your eyes or on your eyes, like, ugh. Apparently, Ember was originally planned to appear in Enter the Dragonfly as a form for Spyro during many games, and was even set to have her solve her own bunch of puzzles. I think I have heard about that. I think on the documentary that Tail Game Master did that year or that time when he did the history, that tragic, horrible time at Equinox. I mean, not Equinox. Sorry, no. I don't know why I said that, but you know the people that did Enter the Dragonfly, the people that did Enter the Dragonfly, which again, if you never watched that documentary, the backstory, the history behind development of Enter the Dragonfly, it's sad. People are the developers almost killed somebody too. Like really, one of the employees were so angry, and the health conditions at the company that was developing Spyro Enter the Dragonfly were so bad that there is some developers that almost got killed. They almost killed each other of how bad the conditions were. I'm not joking. That's actually one of the things that he says that almost happened. And one of the developers, was basically so hungry that he couldn't afford food that he had to eat out of a peanut butter jar. He had to eat out of a peanut butter jar. No joke. I have read or watched that whole documentary from Till Game Master. All of the parts, the whole thing. And it's just sad. I just can't imagine all of those innocent people that suffered during that time. Like, it's just sad. Yeah, right. And gameplay, there was changes. Changes were brought. And again, Nasty Nork, a playable character. I mean, not a playable character, sorry. A boss. Nasty Nork was going to be a boss. Again, going by the epilogue of A Year of the Dragon. Going by the epilogue of Year of the Dragon, Nasty Nork was going to team up with Ripto to take the dragonflies. But guess what? He was cut during development, but he's still in the game as the form of statues. Yeah, Nasty Nork is in the game, but not as a boss like he was going to be, but as the form of statues. Oh yeah, and the developers, their health, their healthcare, their healthcare and bills got canceled. And if they got cut or hurt, they couldn't have anything done with it because they cut their checks and stuff. They canceled their checks. And basically insurance and stuff. Wonder of that's how bad Universal was with them. That's how bad Universal was with, and Universal and the developers of Enter the Dragonfly couldn't agree on anything. They couldn't agree on anything. They always were complaining. They just kept complaining and complaining about what they wanted Enter the Dragonfly to be. But they just couldn't have agreed on anything. And again, there was going to be more homeworlds based on basically weather. Yeah. And just the conditions. And again, that Enter the Dragonfly was the only game that the developers that made the game ever made. Yeah. After Enter the Dragonfly, they got shut down. They got shut down. They were gone. A lot of people lost their jobs during it. And a lot of people quit because they didn't want to work for Universal or with each other. They didn't want to, they were so angry and they just couldn't get along with anything that they couldn't agree on anything that they just quit. Which that's just sad too. Again, I recommend it. I really recommend it. Like if you just search Spyro Into the Dragonfly documentary, I'm sure that you'll be able to find it for sure. And again, you can tell because it's from who's doing it is Till Game Master, which it is uploaded by a different channel, but it is Till Game Master telling the story, telling the documentary of Enter the Dragonfly. So you will be able to know it's the one. But I recommend it. If you want to watch that, go and watch it for sure. If you want to know the tragics that happened when it came to development of Enter the Dragonfly, it's definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. And Enter the Dragonfly is one of my personal favorite Spyro games. Yeah, I'm saying that. Enter the Dragonfly is one of my personal favorite Spyro games. Ignoring the bugs and glitches and being rust. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite Spyro games. Yeah, you probably would never hear me say that. Saying that something like Enter the Dragonfly is one of my favorites of Spyro. If I just ignoring all the bugs and technical big issues, it's still a good Spyro game to me. And yeah, it could have been better if Universal and the developers could have just worked together. And if none of the developers tried to murder each other, things could have been so much better. But it would have been really great to see Ember and Enter the Dragonfly, which we do get her, or we did have her in A Hero's Tale, which came 1 year, I'm pretty sure, after Enter the Dragonfly. So at least he saved her for A Hero's Tale. Right? He did save her for A Hero's Tale. Yeah, some of them got fired. Some of them got fired. Some of them quit. I think some of the Universal publishers, but I know some of the developers of working on the game as well. Spyro 4 needs to have cut references from Into the Dragonfly. Yes, have cut Into the Dragonfly references. Which people do want, or people do want Spyro 4 to basically take some stuff from Enter the Dragonfly. People have said that they do want to see some stuff implemented from Enter the Dragon into Spyro 4. I mean, not doing the exact same collectibles or anything, but you know, some of the stuff that Enter the Dragonfly did good, that people want to see stuff implemented that takes inspiration from Enter the Dragonfly. Which honestly, I would like that. It would be really cool to see some things from Enter the Dragonfly actually get put into Spyro 4, or the true Spyro 4.
Happy birthday, Suffolk. I would tell Henry of that, but it is not the rest of the right.
But yeah, like I said, if you are curious to know about everything, I definitely recommend that documentary from Till Game Master. It's really worth watching. You would definitely find it really interesting. If you want to know what went down behind the scenes of Enter the Dragonfly, it is really, really, really good. And again, like I said, me, a fan of Enter the Dragonfly, it was really great. I can definitely say it. And of what I heard, they were going to cut, or what they also said too, they were going to cut Moneybags out of the series entirely too. Yeah, there's a voice clip from Enter the Dragonfly where Moneybags told Spyro to keep all the gems because he was tired of gems and he wanted gold. Basically cutting Moneybags out of the Spyro series. They were planning to have Moneybags get cut from the series entirely. Yeah, knowing the fact that Moneybags' only appearance is in the first level in the game, they were going to have him cut out of the series entirely, making him not like gems anymore and want gold. Which I am kind of glad that they didn't decide, because that would have been quite. I'm not sure what to put it. If they would have cut Moneybags out entirely. Cutting him out entirely of the series, who knows? Because there are people that do like Moneybags. Yes, and people like me that don't like Moneybags. But for the people that liked Moneybags, it would have been kind of sad for people to know that he was originally going to be out of the series entirely. Put out of the series entirely from Enter the Dragonfly. And voice clips from Ripto. There was cut voice clips from Ripto where he mentioned Nasty, Nork, and the Sorceress and calling them imbeciles. Yeah, Ripto referencing Nasty Nork and calling them imbeciles. That was gonna be in the game. Again, there's a lot of cut voice lines. And also, Sparks was going to have his Spyro 3 levels in Enter the Dragonfly originally. That was planned. But never made it through in order to design the levels, pretty much. like I said, it's quite interesting, quite crazy. Again, the whole documentary is really, really great. But it's just crazy and really cool to think that Ripto was going to reference and mention Nasty Nork besides the beginning. And he was going to mention the sorceress. I thought would have been quite interesting if that would have stayed in the final game. Oh, really? I don't think I knew that. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I ever knew that. That's actually quite interesting. And something interesting about Enter the Dragonfly is Bentley is in Enter the Dragonfly, but he does not reference Bentley. But yet, after the next game after Enter the Dragonfly, we see Bentley, right? Which, of course, the game after Enter the Dragonfly is A Hero's Tale. And it's pretty funny because one game we see Bentley, and then the next game after Enter the Dragonfly, we see Bentley. I find it pretty funny. Yeah, that's actually a really cool fun fact. I don't recall I don't recall if I ever knew that. I don't think I ever knew that that's who did Bentley. Yeah, again, I'm not too sure exactly if I knew that or not. Which it would be really cool if they actually had some references to other games like A Hero's Tale, right? Have some references. Even heck, they can have references or Easter eggs of the Legend series, right? The Legend series. They can have references from the Legends, like Dawn of the Dragon, or Eternal Night, or A New Beginning. Especially if they have Cinder. I'm not too sure how they could implement Cinder. They would have to give her a whole different backstory from the legends, for sure. Like, they would have to rewrite Cinder and rewrite her whole backstory to make her fit into Spyro 4. That's really the only thing that is kind of worrying about Cinder being in Spyro 4. Hang on a sec. I think that's a plane. I thought I heard thunder. I might be, because is it sunning? Or is sun shining out there? I can't tell. Yeah, it must be a plane. Or hang on. I'm trying to listen. Yeah, I'm trying to listen. It might be. I can't tell if it's a plane. It might be a plane. Yeah, I can't tell. It's hard. It's hard to make out. It's hard to make it out.
Oh, how I missed this.
I'm sure it was probably a plane, but again, just kind of hard to make it out. Yeah, it must be a plane because I can barely hear it now. I can barely hear it, so it must have been a plane or a helicopter. I can barely hear it now, so it must have been. Because I was wondering, I was really wondering because I heard something outside, something loud outside, and I couldn't make out what it was because it was hard to tell. It was hard to make it out, but I think it was a plane or either a plane or helicopter, one of those. I mean, I'm sure it's not really hard to make it out, right? Probably isn't very, very hard to make it out, but I just couldn't make it out. It could have been a car too, right? Could have been a car. Could have been a plane. I couldn't see it, but it could have been a car also.
Give me 12. Sunshine and sand, drinks with mini umbrellas.
I'm sure it's gonna probably be not too long until my dad comes home. So I would need to go and let him take some stuff in. If of course he has anything for me to get. I don't know why I just did that. Honestly, I don't know why I just did that. All right, Polar. All right, can y'all excuse me for a sec? I'll be right back. Cortex.
Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. This is going to be just like the old days. Except this time, everything will go according to my plan. I made a few upgrades to my blimp.
All right, Cortex.
Rain of giant deadly missiles. Mark 2, deploy. Ow! Mark 2 is for punching you, not me. Let's try this one.
Wow. Good job. I don't know why I slid or I didn't jump.
All right, have it your way. The anti-marsupial missile is my own design. You like it? That bandicoot, Buzz. Well, if you won't play fair, then neither will I. Did I do that? Bastard bandicoot. Must we keep going around and around like this? Tell me, Crash, is this all there is? Forever? No. Be unable to handle this. Slow down, you want. I'll be on the tropical island somewhere, alone. Unfortunately, I no longer have for our alliance. I found a new partner. You were scheming behind my back. Of course. The regenerator has capabilities beyond your inner imagination. You're content to simply rule the space and time, but I'd rather start from scratch. Erase it all. Wipe the slate clean. I will reset the timeline and rebuild it to my liking. I'm a god, which means and neither will those featherbrains lost or those handling marsupials. Why from existence by that pompous peacock? I'd like to see him try after I shove that tuning fork up his ass.
Not if we get them first.
Man, just imagine if he actually, if Coco actually let Coco, or Coco actually let Cortex finish what he was about to say after sticking it up right his. Just think about that. Of what he would have said. It still would have been really cool to act if Baby Tay was actually in the prehistoric, or referenced, or yeah, as a reference, because this world definitely would have could have had a Baby Tay reference, right? I definitely think Baby Tay could have been a reference, some sort of a reference in this prehistoric world. Just imagine if there is a Baby Tay riding section where you get to ride on Baby Tay again. Because we do got the elementals: Pyro, Rocco, Lolo, and Wawa. Thankfully, we were able to make it from up there. There you go.
Let's see how
Here's
predators like my blaster's new
Pyro,
setting.
or not Rocco. You can see Rocco just barely. He's on the rocks over there, behind there. It's hard to get a closer look. You can just make it out. You can just make it out with Rocco.
They laughed when I added blockification. Well, who's laughing now? Me.
Oh, just about. I don't know why. That was totally my fault. I don't know why I just jumped right when he was doing that. I don't know why.
Let's see how these prehistoric
But yeah, that was totally my fault. It was on me.
setting.
Really on me.
They laughed when I added blockification. Well, who's laughing now? Me.
There you go. I was actually pacing that time.
Ooh, bouncy.
I don't know what that was about.
Ooh, I've never tried a volcano lair. Do good guys have volcano lairs? Much to learn.
Very much to learn for Cortex.
On second thought, no volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
And you would not want that, wouldn't you?
Haven't seen mushroom that big since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
Imagine how big those Mustangs were when in Cortex or with Cortex's castle, since he left it on overnight. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I'm sorry, excuse me. Would it care to explain? Right, would it care to explain itself to me?
Let's see how these
Oh,
predators like
that's the
Blaster's
box.
new setting.
I remember now. I remember now. I didn't get that one. I don't know why. I remember. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that was on me. That was on me. I don't know why I left that one out. That was totally me.
When I added classification. Well,
Totally
who's
on
got
me.
that now? Peace.
Crazy. Crazy, right?
Ooh, bouncy.
Yeah. See why? I don't know why I left that one out.
Ooh, I've never tried a volcano lair. Do you guys have volcano lairs?
I have to learn.
To learn. On second thought, no volcano lair. I can feel my nostril hairs sizzling.
Yeah, this is much better. Much better now. Still crazy how I realized that I missed. That was the box I missed.
Since I left the Gigantizotron running overnight.
Yeah, here we go. Much better. Much better. Good job, Cortex. That was a much better one. Realizing what I did.
The bandicoots are en route. I must reach
So,
spot.
I always thought he said, I used to always think he said the road. The road. I don't know why, but it's a road or en route. Especially from the demo. I always thought that's what he said. I don't know why. I just always felt he said it. He said it like that.
On a cold winter's night, have yourself a bite of bandicoot stew. Oh. Just a few more steps and you'll be bandicoot far, far.
Vortex, if only you didn't sneeze, your plan could have succeeded. But thankfully, he sneezed. He sneezed and his plan backfired. Sorry, Cortex. The plan backfired very successfully. Mm. Oh, that was great. The enemy just that enemy just went straight into the crate. Oh, I'm so glad that was there. Okay, that was not intended. I was not intending to lose my Aku. It was not intended. I do want to look. Did I? Hang on, let's go back to the hazardous waste. I just wanted to see. Okay, I did. I just wanted to see if I did Tana's timeline and truck stop. I just wasn't sure. I wanted to be sure. Vortex pre-test or pre-check. Vortex pre-check. Mental and subject final trial. One put scraps out of my head.
Congratulations, present subject. My name, Bashworth Cortex the Third.
Press report.
That's the short.
Look at that. No problem.
Excellent work, Crash.
It's time for your promotion. Excellent work, Crash. It's time for your promotion. Greetings, Cat. I'll be running today's experiment. And last time, it's not a cat. It's a bandicoot. Bandicoot? Doesn't look like that.
In experiment log, new subject, cocaine cocoa.
Well done. So was that rocket in your head an experiment gone wrong, or what rocket? Never mind. What rocket? Never. Speaking of engine interview. Get it? Embryo engine in trophy. This one goes. Tell me about your qualification.
Tell me about your qualification.
Well, I have a Wii of devious devices. What's up?
Embryo, do not put my on.
Awkward. Experiment gone wrong, or a rocket? Never mind. I'll pass. Another try will pass. Oh, my thumb. This is tough. Very hard. How? Another try will pass. I'm afraid I'll have to be locked up. Like butcher. Wait, this worm's a menace. I'm afraid he'll have to be locked up. Like butcher. Please don't do that. Please do that. You'll take full responsibility for it. You'll take full responsibility for it. That's good, because I didn't want to have to train him anyway. I didn't want to have to. I didn't want to have to fix him anyway. I didn't want to have to fix him anyway. Thank you, T-Rex, for getting those or that crate for me. Thank you, Dingo Dial, for stopping that T-Rex. Well, yeah, technically Baby T is referenced because y'all saw that green baby dinosaur, right? Look, see, did y'all see that? So Baby T is sort of referenced. He is sort of referenced, if you think about it, as one of the baby dinosaurs in this level. So I take back what I said before. Take back what I said before about how Baby T wasn't a reference. Because Baby T isn't like Penta, where he is where you can't tell the difference. Penta, you can tell the difference from any other penguins because Penta has a purple scarf, a purple a purple scarf. Penta's got a scarf, a purple scarf, and again, the other penguins, regular penguins, don't. Penta's the only one you can make out from the other penguins. With Penta having a scarf. Just like Lanny's just said. Just imagine somebody doing what Lanny did and screaming at you to wake up like
He's
that.
never done anything for anyone anyway.
He's always a downer.
Yeah, don't mind me.
I don't matter.
Now that we found Ika, that's all four. What's next?
We can't close the rifts until
We stop whatever's opening them.
That would be entropy, and it's precious.
Generator.
Sounds like it's time to kick some entropy butt.
Let me see that. Okay. May I assist?
May I assist?
I do think this will conclude this one because the battery is one battery in my controller. Yeah, I think that's will conclude this one here. If you enjoyed, boy wants to start from out. If notifications turned on so you miss anything new. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. And catch you on the next one. Bye. I need to charge the controller.